Hello, my people. Hello. How's everybody? How's everybody doing? Yes. Are you okay?
Yes. That's a silent scream.
I'm like, you okay? You're getting some kind of attack right now.
I know y'all missed that, right? How is everybody doing today? Happy Cinco de Mayo!
I'm tired. Estoy cansada. Cállate.
She's killing my vibe, yo. She's killing my vibe. We're a little bit crooked, so hold on. Let me fix the crookedness.
She always finds some kind of crookedness in the phone.
Yeah.
Always.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crooked. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe the topics of today will be crooked.
You never know. One thing I can tell you is that I can't look you straight in the camera. You see this? Girl Nina Rock's in the building. You already know it is 8 o'clock Monday night right here. That means it is time for the what?
The show, people. The show. I'm looking at how it goes. That was a petty shit right there.
Yes. I listen. Last week I was Petty LaBelle, and today I'm Capital Petty LaBelle. Yes, I will be that little bitch today because if you guys haven't been following my TikTok, you know what? Hold on. Let me get through the intro first, and then we'll get to that. You already know I go by the name of Nina Rock, La Latina Loquita, and to my left we have
Angie Ruiz, la gordita sabrosa, cause curves are beautiful.
Yes, my people. Oh, message Nino. Somebody out there get Nino because he told me, please remind me of the show.
Oh, I always tag him. That's how he knows. I be tagging him.
Yeah, so tag him, send him a message on Facebook because then he complained. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't remember. How you don't remember? It's the same thing for the last 6 years. Monday night, 8 o'clock. It's time for the what? The show. Very simple. We've been saying the same thing for 6 years. 6 years. The original, the one and only. The show. No filters, no added bling bling shit on our screens. No. This is what you see is what you get. Okay?
That's number 2. I'm wondering what's number 3.
Are y'all keeping
She's
track?
in a row.
Are you guys keeping track? How many times can Nina be petty in this next
And
hour?
the thing is that some people will know the pettiness that's coming out of it when they know the story behind it. But all the people that don't know the story behind it, they're going to be like, oh, that's the way she talks. Okay. But me, because I know personally how she's talking, why she's saying it, I'm like, strike 2.
It's not a strike. It's a bam. That's what it is.
Now I'm waiting for 3.
It's a
I want to know
toma.
what's the 3. Who's taking the 3rd one?
You never know. You just
Ay.
never know. But anyway, guys, this is the show right here. Like I said, every Monday night, 8 o'clock. Also, guys, don't forget that you can listen to us on Spotify and iHeartRadio. And, of course, on our YouTube. You can watch the videos from our previous shows because, you know, Facebook deletes everything now after 30 days. So we've now moved them over to YouTube so you guys can see them whenever you want. Favorite part, favorite show, whatever, feel free to share. We appreciate you guys when it comes to that.
Yes, I'm here sharing. You see me looking down, it's because I'm sharing the show at this moment. Yes,
guys, it is Cinco de Mayo. Lots of celebrations going on today. I already had them tacos. I'm waiting for my margaritas.
You did?
Yes, do you want a taco? I have some tacos.
Oh, I'll take some after this.
I got tacos and nachos and guacamole and all the good stuff.
Oh,
I got some tequila, but I don't have a margarita, but I'll take some tequila.
She really got down.
Yes. And you know what?
What? ¿Qué?
Never mind.
No. ¿Qué?
I'm gonna get litty lit today. Just put
You
that.
what?
Yes. I'm in the mood to get litty lit.
That's different to hear it coming out of her mouth. For somebody to be like, I don't be drinking. To say that?
I'm gonna get litty lit.
I want to know the story behind this.
Because I'm in the mood.
It must be a situation behind this.
There's no situation.
Yes, there is a situation.
You know what's behind me? The show banner.
No. I'll find out what is behind that drink off.
Anyway, guys, you know that every single week we have an amazing show for you guys. So make sure for those of you who are tuning in live on the Facebook, make sure you let us know where you guys are tuning in from so we can go ahead and shout you out. And for those of you who do listen to us on Spotify and iHeart, we appreciate you guys. Everybody from Germany, from France, from the UK, from the Arab nations, from Emirates, from Japan, from the from the United States right here of America. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this crazy thing that we call the show. The show.
El show, mi gente. El show.
El show. The show. The TH capital H capital E. The
En
show.
español, el show.
El show. The show. Yes, I'm being a little bit of petty because I'm in the mood. So, because, anyway, lately, the last 2 weeks, we've been talking about loyalty and, things like that and trust. And those are things that are so crucial and important, loyalty and trust. Without those, there is nothing. So I'm just going to put that out there, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit more details in just a little bit. But of course, like we do every single week, you already know, we do the recap. Angie, do we have a recap?
We got a recap. I was actually...
What?
Mira, trabajando. Work. And then actually do those baskets. I did the baskets. I actually posted a few online. All I did is work, and then I went to actually one of my girls' parents' birthday. So, I stood there for a couple of hours. Then I went to visit my other friends. So, whenever I got a little crack,
in your time, in
my time, I'll go and show some love, and then go back to my cave, and then get ready to my regular.
What's regular?
My regular work.
Oh, regular life?
My regular life, which is work. That's what I've been doing.
Yep. I was at Senior Frogs this weekend. You already know you can catch me there on Friday nights. That's where I was at. And rocking the stage and doing what I do best, sucking shit on the mic. And that is pretty much all I did aside from work. Even though that's work too. But that's fun work. I consider that fun work. But literally, that is all I did last week. Fun. I mean, work, not fun, work. Because that is all I have time for is work. I had a conversation with somebody earlier. For those of you, okay, let's get back to what I was talking about. For those of you who follow me on TikTok, you guys know that I've been on this whole thing with, being transparent about things and just talking more because people say that I'm like really closed off and I don't share or show emotion and stuff like that. I do. You just have to be like in my little inner circle, which my inner circle is about like this, like literally like this. But for everybody else, no, I don't show emotion. I'm like a cold-hearted fucking bitch, right? But I've been on this thing where, I have to like, everyone's like, oh, you need to show emotion, Nina. You need to show emotion, blah, blah, blah. Right? So I decided that I was going to start sharing. So if you guys are following me on TikTok, I have this whole thing where I can say some things really, really nice. And then I go into my toxic self because I've kind of changed. Like, I'm not being as toxic as I used to be. I've learned not to argue, not to fight, not to bitch and everything. I'm like, oh, that's what you want to do? Okay, you want to run your mouth? You're a man and want to run your mouth like a little bitch? Sure, no problem. You go ahead and do that if that's what you want to do. You know what I mean? You want to tell me one thing and do something else? Sure, go ahead. Like, I'm not going to argue with you. Like, I've gotten on that whole journey of I'm not going to argue with you. But every once in a while, the bitch wants to come out. So I decided to do like this whole series on TikTok where I'm going to say things in the nice way and then I'm going to flip it and say it in the fucking toxic way so maybe the motherfuckers can really understand. That is the mood that I'm in for May, and I'm probably going to be this way.
She said for May.
For May, yes, for May, because I started petty as fuck last week, and I think I'm going to be petty as fuck this week too.
She needs something. What?
Listen, like I said before, dick is the easiest thing to get. Since she mentioned it, I didn't mention it. Dick is the easiest thing to get, okay? Like, literally, that is the easiest. It's a phone call. It's a text. I mean, it is the easiest thing to get, okay? Like, literally. Yeah. And I'm not even kidding you. Any girl out there can get dick if that's what she wanted. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I need another phone to see the comments.
What's wrong with your phone?
I don't know. It's saying it looks like somebody was trying to log into my phone, so they're lucky.
My phone's over there. See it?
Your phone is over there. Oh, you got you in. I'm tired.
Thank you to everybody who's tuning in right now. I'm just going to go ahead and get the other phone so we can check out the comments. Again, if you're just now tuning in, let us know where you guys are tuning in from so we can go ahead and shout you out. And thank you for tuning into this crazy thing we call the show. We appreciate you guys every single week who tune in to us. So let me go ahead and get phone number 2 so that we can go ahead and get those
comments.
Comments.
Yes. Well, my people, how's everybody doing? Everybody enjoying today? What y'all doing? What y'all did today? What food y'all had to eat today?
There's no comments, but there you go. So, slow the line. The other side. What are you doing?
Una lengüita.
She's so not an iPhone user.
No, I'm not.
I know. That's why I said she's so not an iPhone user.
Because the Android we have it in the right.
Hello, Miss Vicky. Thanks for tuning in. All right, so we got Miss Vicky on the check-in right there. Hopefully Nina will pop in a little bit. But anyway, so I'm just on a little petty kick right now. I'm just going to call myself Petty LaBelle, as I was saying before. Because sometimes you just really got to let motherfuckers know, like, who you really are. Because sometimes being nice gets you fucking nowhere. So sometimes you got to bring the bitch back. So guess what Nina's going to do? Nina's brought the bitch back, you see? And the worst thing you can do is bring out the bitch in me. Because once this bitch is out, woo, and I can do it all with a smile. Just saying.
Ay, nena. Ay, nena.
I'm just saying.
Ay, nena.
I'm just saying. But today is Cinco de Mayo, so hopefully you guys got your margaritas on hand. And I will be having one soon. And yeah. What'd you do this week aside from work? That's it?
What I did last week? Just work,
Work?
man. Work.
Okay.
Then I did work, and then I went to my friend's parents' birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I did. And then I went to play bingo with I went to bingo on Friday.
Yeah.
Yes, I went to bingo on Friday. You know, it was the usual little group of us playing. And Kevin was the king in bingo.
Wow.
He became the king in bingo.
Okay.
And, it was like a nice, fun night, but we didn't win much, but we just little time together with some friends in there, in the group.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, I didn't win anything, so.
She didn't go.
I didn't go because I was working. I went to work at Frogs, like I said.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, guys, we've been talking a lot lately about loyalty and trust. Continuing on from the last week's episode. One of the things that I'm very big on, and everybody should be big on, is loyalty and trust. Last week we talked about loyalty. This week we're going to talk about trust. Trust is so crucial in any kind of friendship, relationship, situationship, whatever it is. Trust is all about trust, right? There's a song I think Ashanti sings. What's love got to do with it? It's about trust, babe. You know that part? She sings that song. It's about us. It's about trust, babe. Right? You know that part? Mm-hmm. So trust is crucial. I mean, it is so crucial in any type of relationship, friendship, situationship, whatever it is. But once that trust is broken, there's no going back to that. None whatsoever.
For me to actually trust somebody, it needs to work on it. Like, I'm not going to trust somebody that I just met either. Like, I had to work on it. Like, I had to work on it, like, get to know you better. And then I'd be like, okay, maybe I could trust this person. Mm-hmm. But, like, the person that I just met for a couple of days or whatever, no. You cannot trust everybody in this world. And the way this world is, everybody's freaking crazy.
That is correct.
Yeah.
It's true. That is correct. So you got me choked up. No, it is very hard to trust people nowadays, you know what I'm saying? Because especially, when you're dealing with male, female type of things, it's very hard to trust, you know what I mean? You want to be able to, but at the same time, your life experiences causes you to like have doubts and put doubts in there. And I'm a big believer, like when you're meeting someone for the first time, as far as like, you're vetting them, like to see if you want to date them further or whatever, you have to be able to give them some type of trust, right? Mm-hmm. Until they do something to fuck it up. Because if you go into it straight up saying, oh, I don't trust this person, then you've already killed it from the beginning. But you have to be able to go into any kind of relationship, friendship, or whatever with the understanding of that there will be trust. And then once that person does something to fuck up that trust within you, then obviously you know where you stand and you know what type of person that is and you know how to deal with them and you will deal with them accordingly. Would you agree with that or disagree with that?
Once the trust is broken, I'm not going to deal with your ass no more. I can't even say anything important near your ass. And that shit, I could talk from experience because especially in the industry that we are, we cannot trust everybody, okay?
Correct.
Because a lot of people in the entertainment industry, they want to be, instead of working together, they want to be compete against each other. They see you as a target too, and then they start, talking shit, whatever, and at the same time they're smiling in your face like they are your friend when they're not.
Yeah, that's complete different story. That's a complete different scenario. But
That's part of trust.
It is, but it's part of trust, but it's also part of watch your back, because them bitches will cut you in a minute if they can. You know what I'm saying? Two different things, because betrayal. It's betrayal. Them bitches are very shady, shisty, and easily to be betrayed, especially in the industry that we're in. You know what I mean?
But I'm saying the industry that we are, sometimes, you know what? Sometimes they say like this: the first time personality, the first time how they see you, that's how they actually gonna keep seeing you. So how you carry yourself the first time they see you. That's how always carry yourself good when you're about to meet new people or you're about to go someplace new. Always carry yourself in the great way. But if you're gonna be dramatic all the time,
that's what I'm saying, exactly. So, there's people that are like that. They're just very dramatic from the beginning, and you just really like, oh my God, what is wrong with her? What is wrong with him? Like, it's just so annoying. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But then, and you know about the thing too, like when you start trusting somebody and you actually start talking to that person, giving them your trust and saying things, thinking that they're gonna be saying nothing to nobody, and then when they betray you, that shit hurts.
I think is the worst, because especially, if and I'm just gonna say a man, but it could be a woman, it could be a man. If a man can't look you straight in the eye and tell you something, then how can you really trust that man? Number one. And number two, when someone, like you said, someone breaks in and gives, not breaks in, but someone that you've entrusted stuff to, right? And then they go and they betray you on that is so foul, especially when that person has said, I got you, you got my word. Bro, this right here, someone does this, extends their hand to you and says, you got my word is bond, and then they go and they break that shit, bro.
They bitches.
Exactly. What do you call someone like that? Whether man or woman or whatever. I call them a little bitch. That's exactly what I'm going to call them.
Yes. Because we are from New York. And in New York, when we actually say, when we talking to you and we say, girl, I'm giving you my word. I got you. I'm giving you my word. That means we saying true. Like, we actually going to make it. Because our word is actually very important.
Right. Exactly.
But I guess some people, they're not from New York. They're not going to follow that shit. And they don't know what they really mean.
At the end of the day, whether you're from New York or not, when you actually go and tell someone, I give you my word is bond. All I got in this life is my word. And you go and you break that, you ain't shit. Like, you are just the bottom of my shoe shit. Like, literally, that's how I see you. You are nothing. Absolutely, you cannot be trusted in any. I wouldn't trust you with the spit that I spit in the ground. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say. If you're gonna give someone your word, don't fucking extend your hand and say, I got you, bro. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And then you go and you break that, bro. That's foul. That's all I gotta say. That is 100% foul. Don't ever even fucking look in my direction, because I'm going to be like, no. I'm just saying. Thoughts, comments, concerns?
Nothing
So,
yet.
Your word, like I said, your word should be everything. If you don't got it, listen, at the end of the day, I may not have nothing in this world, but one thing I do have is my word. And if I say I'm going to do something, or if I say I'm not going to do something, like I got your secrets, your whatever, blah, 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 and I swear that I'm not going to say nothing, I'm not going to say nothing. That's one thing. Or if I say I'm going to do something, you got my word, I'm going to do this, I'm going to help you, da, 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 da. You know that if I tell you, if I'm giving you my word, I'm going to do it. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether it's, saying, not saying, doing, whatever it is, you know that when I say something, it's fact, or I'm going to fucking do it. Like, you don't ever have to doubt my word, because my word 100% is bond.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So I just, like I said, we've been talking a lot about loyalty and trust, and I hear a lot of stories. I work with a lot of people, And I hear these stories sometimes, and I'm like, you have to really, really just like be careful out there, because you never know who will be that one person that'll stab you in the back.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but let's say, like you mentioned, that they're saying, you've told them something and they said, I ain't gonna say nothing, whatever. And then they go and they say it, and then they twist the whole shit around even more. You ever play telephone? You guys ever play telephone? For those of you who are listening to on Spotify and iHeart, if you've ever played telephone, let us know. Don't forget, you can send us an email at itstheshowpodcast@gmail.com. Telephone. I can tell Angie something today, and Angie will go, and we can have 5 or 6 different people. By the time it gets back to me, it's a completely different story. And I can give you a perfect example of that, because it has happened to me plenty of times.
A lot of time, and in front of us.
Exactly.
And in front of us.
That's not even what I said.
That she didn't
what
say
I
that.
said was, go back and watch it, because this is what the fuck I said. Like, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Years ago, right? There was some shit going on. And I swear to God, I posted. You can go back my Facebook, whatever, and look. I posted, the sky is blue. Literally, that's what I posted. The sky is blue.
So what it came out saying? You talking shit about the sky?
It came back to a whole, like, it went through fucking fulana de tal, que taka 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 ta. By the time it came back, it was saying that she's talking about such and such person because that person was wearing a blue shirt today. No, motherfuckers, I said the sky is fucking blue. That's what the fuck I said. So if you didn't hear it directly from me, do you know what I'm saying? Ask me.
That person can't even read.
Exactly. No, but it's not that. Then it goes through this one, through that one, through that one, and by the time it all came back, it was that.
Pure bochinche.
Like, it's insane. Like I said, so if before you go stir in the pot, go back to the main source and ask what was said, because guarantee that what you heard was not what was actually said. That's all I gotta say about that. Because one thing people like to do is talk shit and create fucking problems when there wasn't a problem to begin with.
That's true. That's
a lot of people don't want other people to be happy. A lot of people like misery. If they're miserable, they want you to be miserable. And I'm not saying everybody, but for the most part, a lot of people.
Yeah, that's
true. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know, I told you I was going to be petty today. I told you Nice Nina is gone. You got bitch Nina now. You see, you should have left me alone and left me in my nice era.
She's coming back next Monday.
Yeah. Y'all should have left me in my nice era. So I've been doing these things, right? You know what the best thing that a person can do? The best thing a person can do is be 100% truthful and honest to avoid any kind of complications, right? And then you got toxic Nina that says, fuck that shit. If you're going to say something, say it the fucking motherfucking right way. See the difference? I said the same thing, but just in a different way. So I've been doing TikTok videos like that. Like, now let me say it in a toxic way so you guys can fucking understand it in a different light. Right? Because Nice Nina, everybody wants to fuck up and fuck over. Yeah? Well, fuck all of y'all, because now y'all got bitch Nina to deal with.
Somebody give us some dick. Anyway.
I could get it if I wanted. I ain't worrying. That's the least thing of my worries. I ain't worrying about that.
Somebody needs to remove that stress out of
It's a phone call. It's a phone call or a text. That's all it is.
Phone call. You need to make that phone call, that text right away. But you could release that frustration. Yeesh. But yeah.
It's just really frustrating because you try to be a good person and then somebody always wants to fucking try to test your waters. And like, when I tell you trust and believe, you don't want that bitch Nina to trust and believe me. She is not a nice person. I'm telling you right now, as myself, she's not a fucking nice person. And when you release her, I feel sorry for anybody in that fucking path. Just move. Be like Moses parting the Red Sea. Just move, bitch. Get out the way.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying. You know what the crazy part is? That then like is that this, like, if it's not gonna get back, bro. Like, anyway.
It will get back.
Trust.
It will back. The only thing is just be careful. Just be careful, everybody. Just be careful who you meet. Just be careful who you talk to. Everybody don't need to know your business. Because if they're going to be bochinchera, those people cannot be around you. That's all. Because they're going to be,
100%.
breaking your trust.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what happened.
100%. I think we just got a comment.
Neo is watching. He goes, whoop,
Hey,
whoop.
Neo.
Hey, Neo. How you doing, Neo?
So Neo's out there driving in Cocoa Beach with Allstate Advertising. He's got the LED truck. So if any businesses out there want to step your advertising to the next level, make sure you hit us up here at the show. We can connect you to Allstate Advertising, where you can get your business promoted out there in the streets.
Yeah, Neo, we're talking about people breaking your trust.
Trust and loyalty.
Trust and loyalty. How you feel? Anybody breaking your trust? Anybody breaking your loyalty? How do you feel about stuff like that? That's what we're talking about. He said, just keep swimming.
Okay, Dory. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
I'm like, yeah.
I mean, I just take that very seriously because like I said, trust is very hard to. And it's very hard to lose, and once you lose it, it's very hard to get back. It's easy to lose and very hard to get back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just say, just be honest. And that's in all kinds of ways. Like, if you're talking to someone and you're no longer feeling that person, just say the truth. Don't ghost them. Don't leave them on red. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Just say the truth. Hey, you know what? This is not what it is. Whatever. Boom, boom, boom. Or keep it moving. Hey, I don't see a future with you. Whatever. Just say the truth. And you would avoid so much drama and so much bullshit if people were just more honest and truthful with what it is. We have comments?
No.
No? Okay.
Nothing. Not at this moment.
So that's all I wanted to say about that. Last week we ended the show talking about filters, but we didn't get to finish because time was running out. So
I thought we did, but she said we didn't.
We didn't get to finish because I was like, no, we gotta talk about it in the next show. But everybody, right? I use filters, like I said. I mean, there's no filter here. Like last week, there was no filter.
Neil says once they break the trust, there's no going back.
Correct. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But like I said, if usually if you hear something bad about a woman, it's usually from a man that can't have her. So at the end of the day, if you hear something, go to the source and find out for yourself if what was said was actually said, and what you heard was actually true or not.
When it's something that comes to my ear, that is barely, but whatever comes to my ear, I always go straight to the main source.
Straight to the source. Exactly.
Yes, I don't go to no third party, second party, fourth party. No, because all those words gonna be changing.
Like I
just
said,
go straight
telephone.
to the source and
go
like, hey,
straight to the source.
You don't like how I look?
Yeah.
Vete para el carajo entonces.
Exactly.
That's the way I'm gonna be telling you.
Exactly. You said this. Yeah, I heard you said that. Listen, it's been done to me before. I've had calls from even models that some. Fuck it, I'm gonna say some bullshit ass designer was talking shit about me, and one of the models came and was like, "You said," I was like, "Hold on, put that mother flower on the phone right now." Of course, that person didn't answer, but that's a whole other story. But yes,
So
go direct to the source. You know what I'm saying? Because if you coming to me, I'm gonna tell you whether I said something or didn't say something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yep, I did. No, I didn't. You know what I mean? But whatever. It's just a fucked up situation. Like I said. If someone is giving you their word, then you need to hold true to that word at the end of the day, because it just really shows what type of person you are if you can't hold true to your
especially
own words.
If you know what that means if you say that. But if you're just saying it just to say it and don't really know what the fuck that really means, don't freaking say stuff that you don't know. That's one thing. Because we take that serious.
And not only that, but what is your purpose of saying anything at the end of the day? What's
Maybe
the goal?
there's sometimes when people are making conversation with another person and they keep talking, and they get too excited and they keep on talking. Yes, I've seen this, I heard this, blah 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 blah. Not realizing that you're already over talking. I guess that's what really happened. They over talk, haven't seen a person, certain time, over talk, blah 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 blah. they all, they started saying things that they really did not heard. But adding stuff to things that you really didn't hear, that's messed up too. You don't do shit like that. Or maybe they took it the wrong way. They took it, oh, so it was this time, that means this time, No. Just because this time and this doesn't mean it's going to be the same time as this one. No, it's two different definitions, two different time zones, two different things. So, yeah.
I'm going to leave that one alone.
But all I'm saying is that sometimes people, start talking, saying things, they're in the conversation, and they keep on going to the conversation, blah, blah, blah. That's why sometimes, people talk, not realizing what they're really saying or how much they have said about it. And then when we be like, oh, shit, ooh, okay, I think I've said something. What about this person that's going to say something about what I said? That's why sometimes, think before talk. That's what I would say.
Yep. So let's go back to the filters, like I said. Most people nowadays use a lot of filters in their pictures and things like that.
Neon said, yeah, if it's a dude, they only look like a bitch. Fake people. If they say all they have is their word,
exactly. Then they ain't shit. Like I said.
Only their word, they don't have no money, they don't have nothing. Just their word.
Exactly.
You can't bring nothing to the table, just their word. And your word will not pay my bills.
And the word ain't shit if you've already broken it. So, anyway. Filters. Let's continue to talk about filters. I'm done with that topic. I'm over it. But anyway. Filters. So, I use filters. I'm not going to lie and say I don't use filters. But I use filters that still, when you see it, still looks like me. It doesn't look like, super, super filtered and you look like someone else when they see you in person. So
like, who's you catfishing?
Exactly.
Catfishing, because you might look like you in the early 20s, and when they look at you, you look like in the 50s
or 60s.
Yeah.
So the thing is that if you're gonna use filters, like I said, make sure that you're using them to enhance yourself, but not to super enhance yourself. Because at the end of the day, let's say you go missing. Right? Let's say you go missing.
We're looking for a 29-year-old
We're looking for
female.
this, and that person don't even exist.
They're actually looking for that 29-year-old female. People are passing by beside you because they're looking for the 29 female. So, and you be like, hey, y'all looking for me? You be like, no, we not. You don't look like this one.
But no, on a serious note, what if you were kidnapped? Or missing, completely missing, and someone goes to pull, send a missing, they want to file a missing persons report with the police, right? And they go, do you have a recent photo of the person? And they go and try to look on social media for a recent photo, and they pull one of your super, super filtered pictures that looks nothing like what you really look like in person. You're never going to be found.
What about?
You're never gonna be found.
What about? Because there's a lot of crazy people out there. That's why I think I'm not in the dating thing. But there's a lot of crazy people. What about you be talking to this person for a while, and it's time for you to finally meet each other, and then when you meet each other, the person will be like, "Who the fuck are you? You catfishing? You're not this person." What about that person's crazy? That person could hurt you. If it's those they could actually.
Well, first of all, in that situation, if you're chatting with someone online and then you go and they've sent you fake pictures or super filtered pictures or whatever,
and only that video call with filter on it too.
Filters, right?
So when you actually about to talk live, next to each other, you can't put no filter. I'm probably putting a mask,
right? And then you don't look nothing like that. Why would you even go to a next place with that person? Because this is not the person that I've been talking to online. This is somebody completely different.
Since day one, be truthful to yourself. Accept how you look. Accept how you are. Don't be ultra filtering. If you're going to do filtering, you put a light one. Light one that looks like you. Maybe you put some makeup.
Like I said, I use a filter a little bit to smooth.
But if you're putting a filter, that's going to be smoothing you like you don't got no fucking wrinkles.
Let me like this.
Girl. No.
It's not even that, but literally sometimes people use filters that look nothing like them at all. Then when they see them in person, they're like, huh, who the hell is this?
Neil goes, catfishing is the world. And then Neil goes, I know this dude that showed up to a friend's when his crush shows up, and then his crush showed up to the house, and they're laughing. In other words, his crush didn't look like shit.
That's fucked up. That's crazy. Exactly. Imagine you're crushing on a girl or you're crushing on a guy. You're thinking that they look one type of way, and then when you run into them or like they happen to be like at a mutual friend's house or something like that, and then looks nothing like, and you're like, wait, what?
Just like the
Who's that? Who that?
Just like the people that only be doing headshots all the time. Headshot. Like, and then like poking this to make sure the chin looks nice and flat, nice and even. Headshot. When they're about to meet the person, they like two sizes of what the person thought that they were. Because they all take his headshot. They don't take nobody pics.
Well, you know what? Then that's the other person on the other side's problem, because they should have asked for a full body shot. I'm just saying.
There's some
They
people
can't-
that like
you gotta take that into
this.
But you gotta take that into the consideration that if all you see is a headshot, that then there's something wrong from the neck down. Not that there's something wrong with it, but it's something that that person is trying to hide. Do you know what I'm saying? Then, you know, they don't want it to be revealed. Maybe they got 3 boobs. I don't fucking know. It could be anything. Maybe they're overweight. They feel. Well, I'm just saying, like, listen, at the end of the day, there's something for everybody, right? So maybe there's a man who likes 3 titties. I don't fucking know. But I'm just saying. 2 hands and a mouth. I don't know. I'm just saying that, like, you know, like, it's just, but you gotta think, like, if this, why is this person only doing a headshot? Then that's on you, your fault for not fucking asking for the full body shot to see what the fuck is really happening.
Shut up, Neil. Okay, shut up. It's like, read it again. Hablando inglés con Andy. I know this dude that showed up to a friend's when his crush show up to the house. So how you gonna write 2 wins in 1 sentence?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Neil.
Hablando inglés con Angie Ruiz.
No, hablando inglés con Neil. Writing inglés con Neil. He goes, read it again.
Leyendo en inglés con Angie Ruiz.
He goes, read it again.
Hey, Kevin, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
But, like, you know, but seriously, like, sometimes that really does happen. And it's like, you have to be able to, like, say, hello, like, there's something wrong here. They're only putting headshot photos and not full body photos. Like, you know, something's wrong. Something's not
It's
right.
a lot of
They're
stuff that you
hiding.
have to keep an eye when you actually talking to somebody. Because what about when you want to be intimate and that person only want to do stuff in the dark, not in the light? And because maybe the person don't want you to see his size, or don't want to see that he actually screwing you with a dildo.
Okay, now let's talk about that. Because if you don't know the difference between a dildo and like real meat, then that's a whole nother problem.
Yeah, you know,
That's a whole
what I'm
nother
saying,
issue.
maybe they could warm it up.
It still feels different, wouldn't it?
No, there's different types.
I don't like nothing
There's different
fake.
types.
I don't. My boobs are not fake. My nails are not fake. I don't like nothing fake. Okay?
You don't like nothing fake.
No, look. Actually, my
Nothing.
nails are growing. Look at that. You see how? Look. My nails are growing, guys. I would tell you, you know that it's the little miracles that make my nails grow. Look at that.
That means she's eating a lot of garlic. Neil goes, hooked on phonics work for me. And then they laugh and Kevin is laughing. And Sean Licore, she says, hello, long time friend, how are you?
Thanks for tuning in.
And then he goes, curious of the uneven number. Neil said, curious of the uneven number.
What uneven number? 3, 5, 7, which one?
I don't know.
9, 11, which one? I don't understand. Huh?
The inches.
But anyway, going back to that, like if someone, because there's nothing wrong with wanting to be intimate with the lights off. Maybe you have a complex about how you look in your body. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just use women as there's women who don't like the way maybe their stomach looks, or maybe you know they have stretch marks, or maybe they have scars. You never know, and they don't, you know, they feel ashamed or embarrassed that maybe the person's not going to be attracted to them if they see these things. So I can see how somebody would want to be intimate with the lights off.
Kevin goes, that means she's being stingy with those mangoes. He's stuck with the mangoes.
I have a mango to give you. Who said I'm being stingy? I even offered her some tacos. Listen, Kevin. You missed the beginning of the show. Nice Nina is gone. Don't be on my shit list, okay? Because bitch Nina is in full effect right now, okay, Kevin?
The mangoes are green. Wait for those mangoes.
I have a mango. I have 2 mangoes to give you that fell. Yes,
they fell.
Today.
They're already falling. So don't go under the tree. You might get hit in the head.
I got hit today in my kneecap. Yes. I was swinging in my swing, and all of a sudden, boom, I got hit with a mango on my knee.
You got a swing on that tree?
I do have a swing on my tree.
I could help. I could swing in it and help you bring it down.
I actually like my swing in my tree. It's very comfortable and cozy.
Mia goes, the expert. Hey, Xavier, how you doing? Then Mia goes, number 3.
What's with number 3?
I don't know. That must be his
3
lucky number.
3 titties? I'm so confused with it.
Oh,
stop talking in riddles. Like, say what the fuck you gotta say. God damn, I told you, bitch Nina's in effect. Say what the fuck you gotta say.
You talking about the 3 titties? That's a number 3. That's the only thing that I could match with the 3. 3 titties. We didn't say nothing about 3 balls, so it's 3 titties. And Kevin said, I'm still waiting on my shirt.
No empiece con el fucking shirt, okay? Take the mangoes and you'll be happy with those, okay? That's it.
So Neo's gonna pop out and say, hey, my shirt too.
Anyway.
Before they both go to the best and saying it.
Anyway, but yeah, be careful out there. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with being intimate in the dark.
Yeah, once in a blue moon, but all the time, that will raise a red flag.
Maybe they don't want to look you in the face because they're thinking about somebody else.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying. I don't know.
Kevin go, there is no such thing as nice, Nina.
What you mean? I'm always nice. Except in this episode and the last. Maybe not the next one either.
She said, maybe not this episode or the last.
Or maybe not the next one either. I'm always nice. I'm a very nice fucking person.
Xavier said you're 100. She's an 100.
I am.
And Neo said yes. So yeah, so 3 titties. Okay.
Is that what you're talking about? 3 titties? I don't have 3 titties. I have 2.
I don't got 3 titties either.
No,
but we did say an example. Somebody would grab one and want to suck it.
Like I said, there's something for everybody. If that's what you like, then go find yourself a 3 titty bitch. I don't fucking know.
He goes, yes, where's my shirt? That's what Neo said.
Nino can read between the lines, okay? Read between the lines.
He goes, toma.
Here, right here's your shirt. Right here. But anyway.
But yeah.
No more comments?
Savior said she's wild, and Kevin goes, shit.
Wait. Last week I made Kevin's face. How was it? That's the face he makes. Tell me no. That's the face he makes. He goes. And then he looks at the side eye and he goes. And then he turns and he goes. And he starts shaking his head. That's the Kevin.
Neil said, Kevin. Talk about stalkers.
Stalkers? Well.
You really want us to talk about stalkers?
So here's the thing, right? Sometimes, okay, let me put the scenario. Well, I don't want to put that scenario out there. That's going to be so obvious. I can't do that.
Well, I guess she's talking about some experience.
No, I got a lot. The whole notebook. But anyway, we could talk about stalkers next week. I don't think we have enough.
That could be next topic of next week. We only got 13 minutes left in the life.
I don't think we have enough time in this video to talk about stalkers, but we will definitely talk about stalkers in the next episode. So guys, if you have any stalker experience or have experienced, that didn't come out right. I meant to say if you have experienced a stalker stalking you, I have some stories, okay? I want to hear your stories too.
Stalker, stalking, and everything. So that will be next week's topic for sure.
Topic.
But here we will actually talking about filters right now.
Yes.
Filters, like you actually talking to somebody for a while, and then you finally gonna meet this person. This person don't even look like that person at all because they kept using those filters over and over. And then from nowhere we skip the same. What about the people that like to have sex in the dark? Maybe because they're trying to hide a part, or maybe they're scared to show their body, or maybe they just, like she said, they don't want to look at you straight in the eyes. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff could happen always, every time with the dark.
Do you do it in the dark?
I like light. I like to show you my chichos.
There's something. Okay, so there's something when it's gonna sound fucked up, and I don't mean it in this way, but I'm gonna say it anyway because this is how it's gonna come out. There's something amazing and intimate about a man that can look you straight.
As long as they don't have bad breath.
No, that can look you straight in the
eye
while they're being intimate.
You know what would be the messed up part? They're looking you straight in the eyes. It's getting intimate, straight in your eyes. But then when they open their mouth, they kill the vibe. And just functionally kept your mouth closed. Like, shh, don't breathe. Don't breathe. Look at me, but don't breathe. Look at me, but don't breathe, puppy. Don't breathe.
Keep Tic Tacs on the side of your
Don't
bed.
breathe.
You pop them in every once in a while. This is a good place for a stick up. But there's something. No, seriously, there's something great about a man that can look you straight in the eye while you're being intimate with them, and just look you straight in the eye, like, and just keep and the focus in your eyes.
But what about
It's a turn on? I'm just saying.
It's a turn on?
Yeah.
But what about you intimate, right? You said you like when he's looking straight at your eye. But what about his eye go this way and one looking at you? Can you still be concentrated?
Well, no, because who the fuck are you looking at? Are you looking at me or are you looking at the fucking TV? What the fuck?
That means you had to
Is you looking at your wife and a side chick at the same time? What the
that
fuck
means
is
you have to look at him. He's looking at you, but at the same time you're like, wait, which way? This way or this way? Where am I gonna be? You look at me now, or you look at me now?
Well, first of all, I would never be intimate with somebody who can't look at me straight. I'm just saying. But you know, that part. That's not where I wanted to go with that, but okay, we went there.
Oh Lord.
We're going to hell. That's all I gotta say. We're going to hell on fucking Cinco de Mayo, and it's just like, fuck it. That's what I gotta say about it.
You see why she got me? She started it.
Bro, usually it's her every week, and I'm usually the nice one, but these last 2 weeks I've just turned on
I'm the nice one because
I've turned on my
so
listen,
tired.
I feel like, you know, like a vampire when they shut off their humanity, like literally that's where I'm at right now. My humanity is completely off. So if I'm in the F everybody mood,
She needs to release some stress. Somebody hit her up already.
No, it's not about somebody hitting me up. I can hit up. Listen, I got a roster too. Okay, I may not use it, but I have a roster too. Don't get it twisted. Shoot, the difference is I have options, but I don't choose them. It's different when they choosing all the options as opposed to me having options and not choosing them. There's a big difference in that.
Girl.
Okay? Just
you
saying.
need to release this freaking stress.
I'm gonna go punch Mr. Half Bob over there. So
what the fuck is Half Bob?
See my boxing gloves and shit? I'm gonna fucking beat that shit.
I'm like,
up
where
of
the
him.
fuck is Bobby? She got those blowing dogs. Let me stop.
I got a punching thing that goes.
And his name is Bob.
Yes, his name is Bob. Do you know who Bob is? No, see, you
Bob,
don't
Bob,
say because you
Bob,
never
Bob,
took martial arts.
Bob.
You guys know who Bob is? Put it in the comments. In the meantime, Angie, please go ahead and read the comments.
Xavier got this the after dark show tonight.
This is early for the 9 o'clock freak show. This is like the 8:45 freak show. Okay?
Kevin goes, here we go. Nia goes, the shirt is in China in a container somewhere in the ocean.
And we're waiting for tariffs. It's not going to come because the tariffs are too high.
According to Nina, Barack Obama probably stalked her.
No, not Barack Obama. He's actually really nice.
And then he goes, Okay, it's time for me to go. Here we go with the weird shit. And Neil goes, I prefer lights on so I can see what mountains I'm exploding. And then he goes, what if he's cockeyed? That's what I say,
That's
Neil.
what she said.
That's what I say. What about his cockeyed? What about he's looking at you straight and the other eye looking the other way? I don't know. Maybe he's actually looking at you, making sure he's giving you the time and actually keeping an eye and nobody come in. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
I don't know. Let me be nice. Let me be nice. And the thing is, talking about loyalty. Somebody that's going to be looking at you straight in the eyes, telling you, I'm giving you my word. What about his cockeyed?
That's some fucked up
Can
shit.
you actually say,
And then you can't trust them.
can you say, look into my eyes, look, I'm telling you the truth. I'm giving you my word. You be like, which eye should I look?
Then obviously, if someone, like I said, if a man can't look you straight in the eye, can they really be trusted? I'm just saying. Just saying. She said it, not me.
He gonna be like, Mamita, look straight to my left eye.
Why? Where's the right?
Mamita, look straight to my right eye. Look at me. I'm looking at you. I'm giving you my heart, giving you my word. All I'm saying is, I don't know. I guess the pettiness from her jumped to me, and you already know the story from Naya.
I know we got some comments. Let's get
We
the
do have a
comments.
comment. Neil guess Nina likes them.
Nina likes what?
The cockeyed one.
Motherfucker, I don't. Don't fucking know I don't. I'll take a gordito over a fucking cockeyed motherfucker. Hell, no. No, thank you.
She's like, no, thank you, no. But yeah, damn, freaking show. But yeah, my people, we spoke about loyalty, trust, and filter. All right, all of that. And for the ones that just came in right now at the end of the live, we started talking about loyalty. How you feel about somebody breaking the trust? How do you feel? Do you still keep talking to them, or you will still be able to trust them with any communication, information that you might have? No, hell no, for sure. No. She's quiet.
That's all I gotta say about that. I think it's time for us to get up on out of here, is it?
No, ma'am. We still got another 5 minutes, ma'am.
Do we?
Those 5 minutes count.
Yes. So what do we got going on for this weekend?
Well, this weekend is Mother's Day, people.
Yes, it is.
It's Mother's Day weekend, my people. So what I'm going to be doing this weekend, I'm going to be selling my baskets. I do have my baskets. Anybody that needs to buy their loved one a Mother's Day basket, just message me, hit me up if you're actually in Central Florida. But if you're somewhere else, man, I don't do shipping.
She said, unless they pay.
I don't do shipping because you're not going to get it on time. That's what's going to
Well,
happen.
if they do it on Wednesday and want to do overnight, then they can.
Overnight, they pay that money overnight, shit.
That's
But
on
yeah.
them.
Mm-hmm.
That's on them.
But I'm saying
yes,
is,
this
you need
weekend
something,
is
just hit me
Mother's
up.
Day.
Yeah,
this
Mother's
weekend
Day.
is Mother's Day already. It's going to be May. I think that's the 11th already. It is insane how fast this year and this month is already going by.
Yes.
So this weekend is Mother's Day. So make sure you go ahead and treat your mother, your sister, your grandmother, your auntie, whoever, godmother, whoever raised you, whatever it is. Make sure you treat them nice, give them a present, buy and take them out, whatever you got to do to show your appreciation to the mother or the mother figure in your life. That's all I got to say about that. If you need a basket, don't know what to get, hit up Angie. She's got a couple of them.
And good prices. It starts from $15 all the way to $60. So
Yeah.
we
So
got
any
prices for
budget,
everybody.
any budget. That's
Yeah.
what she's trying to
I
say.
got the Poinciana budget for real. Everybody in Poinciana, they want cheaper and cheaper. They want big basketball for cheap.
Of course.
Yeah. But I got great for everybody. If you're in a budget, and a lot of people is, go ahead. I got those $15, $20 ones for ya. Come and grab it.
There you go. There you go. So, yep. So, any special plans that you guys have? Let us know in the comments. Do you have any special plans for this weekend aside from instead of pimping your baskets?
Hopefully somebody take me out to eat. I don't know. I don't got
Kevin.
anything else.
Kevin!
I don't got. Remember, he left. He don't like when we talk about sex and shit.
Easy way to get rid of Kevin? Talk about sex. Just saying. Just kidding, Kevin. Just kidding.
Or stop coughing near him.
Don't empiece.
Stop coughing near him, he will leave.
Dun,
Turn two.
You guys missed last week's episode, go back and watch it so you know what we're talking about. But anyway, guys, yeah, make sure you guys follow us on our other social media platforms. Make sure you follow Nina Rock on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Facebook and all that stuff, so you guys can see all the crazy things that I post. And like I told you, I'm in bitch mode this week, so yeah, so
Mándale un ramo de flores.
no one is fucking safe this week. That's all I gotta say. No one is fucking safe this week. So,
but yes, mi gente, we almost at the end of the show.
yes, it is.
So, what are you planning this weekend?
I have no idea. I know my kids have something planned for me.
Ooh.
And I'm excited. And I hope that we can do it. Should I tell you what it is, or should I wait and be
Okay.
surprised? You want to know what it is?
Dinner?
No. So I don't know if haven't heard anything if they're gonna do it or not. But we had talked about. So if you guys know me, you know what I like. They know, my kids know what I like. So there's this place where it's like I don't want to say brunch, but they give you mimosas, and you can have mimosas while you're petting baby goats. And for those of you who know, I love baby goats. I swear to God, I must have been a farm country girl in past life because I love baby goats. And I'm gonna hopefully be petting baby goats and
While drinking
drinking
some mimosa.
mimosas on Mother's Day. And literally, I'm as happy as fuck right now. You don't even know. See, look, Jesus.
So the petty one just left for a few minutes.
Just for a few minutes.
Yeah, for a few minutes. It's gonna leave because we already spoke. She already got it out of her system. So she will be fine. She'll be fine right now. But my guys and girls, listen, thank you for tuning in tonight. Just make sure you will have a great weekend. Make sure you give your mamas a nice day, because they deserve it. Not only just on Mother's Day, they deserve a great day every freaking day, because us mothers, we go through a lot of crap.
And you know what? If you haven't watched the episode of Joe Coy, if you guys know who Joe Coy is, he's a comedian. Hilarious freaking comedian. Look him up. He did this whole, and I'll show it to you after the show. He did this whole thing on mothers, on how much we should be bragging on the fact that we're mothers. Go and watch it because it is freaking hilarious. It's called Joe Coy Talks About His Wife Giving Birth or some craziness like that. Look it up. It is insane. If I find the clip, I'm going to find the clip and I may put it up there myself. It's just so you guys can appreciate your moms a little bit more because it is hilarious. So shout out to Joe Coy. He's one of my favorite comedians, and hopefully he comes into Orlando soon so I can go and see him because we have to go. He's funny as hell. So look up that little clip it on YouTube or whatever because it is really fucking hilarious how he talks about moms and stuff like that. So with that being said, like I said, Mother's Day this weekend. Hope everybody has an amazing week. Hopefully you guys can catch me this weekend at Senior Frogs. If you're following, you'll know when I'll be there. And with that being said,
Dios me lo bendiga, cuídense, and we see you next Monday.
love, peace, and hair grease, girl.
Bye.
Bye.